Well, hey, there's Todd, WD0T. He's just a few miles from my house. Okay, I've got an article on my website, or it'll be up shortly, on the Icom band stacking registers and the Memo Pad. I've been using the band stacking registers on my Icom 7000, and that's in my vehicle. And when I operate mobile, I can just use the hand microphone to change channels or change frequencies because it has the buttons on the front, the band buttons. And that's how I use the band stacking registers when I'm mobile and on the Icom 7000. But I use it a little bit differently with the 7300 and the 7610. And the radios are so similar, I'm just going to show you what it looks like on the 7300, and it's pretty much the same on the 7610. But anyway, if you have a look at the article on my website, it explains what the band stacking is, the registers are, and basically you have 3 for each band. And what I use it for is on 20 meters I'll have 1 in the register for CW, I'll have 1 in the register for digital, and I'll have 1 for sideband. So it allows me an easy way to jump up and down the band and change modes. So if I'm not hearing anything on sideband and I want to jump to CW, all I do is touch the megahertz, and then I'm going to go to 20 meters. I'm going to hold that down. It shows me 14.218. If I want to go to CW, I just tap and hold it one more time. That takes me to digital. Tap and hold it one more time, and that takes me to CW. And if that's what I want, then I just hit the return, and there I am. So it's got those 3 frequencies on each band. So on 80 meters I have 1 for sideband, CW, and digital. 40 meters sideband, CW, and digital. 20 meters, same thing. And you can do it on all the bands if you want to. I think on 10 meters I have it set up that way too. So it allows me an easy way to jump up and down the band. And so the band stacking register in the Icom 7300, the way you do it on the 7300 is you hit the megahertz, and that brings up the band stacking register. So I'm on 20 meters right now. If I just want to jump to the next one, I can just tap it and it jumps to the next one. Let me do that again. I'll tap it, it jumps to the next one. Do it again, tap it, and it jumps to the next one. Now if I want to see what I have in there, I just hold it down for 1 second. It jumps to the next one. I'll hold it down for 1 second. It jumps to the next one. I'll hold it down for 1 second. It jumps to the next one. And if that's the one I want, I hit the return. And there I am. So it works really well on the radios. I like it. The 7610, we have the band buttons, and that makes it super easy. You just touch the band button until you get to the place on the band that you want in the mode that you want. So the registers, it will save the mode and the frequency, and the next one you add will take the first spot in the register. So I've got 3 in there right now. If I wanted to add a different frequency, and the way that I do it, the book explains it a little bit differently, but the way that I do it, let me say I want to go, I'm on sideband, and I want to find my sideband. There it is. Say I'm on sideband, and now this is stored in the register. If I tune up and down and I get to there and I hear somebody that I like, and then maybe he disappears and I want to jump back to CW, I can tap that, hold that down, there's digital, hold it down again, there's CW, hit the return, there I am on CW. Now when I go back to sideband, it's going to be that last frequency that I was on. So it saves that last frequency. And you'll get used to it. It's not real difficult. Just a matter of when I change a frequency, and maybe I'm hearing DX here, and if it's a DX pileup and I want to go over to digital and work a little digital, I'll tap that and tap that, and it takes me to digital. And then if I want to go back to that frequency, I can just hold it down. There's CW, hold it down again. There's that last frequency. hit the return, and there I am. Now another good way to do that is using the Memo Pad, and honestly I haven't been using it a lot, and I think I'm going to be using it more. The benefit of me doing these videos sometimes for me is reading the manual and remembering, oh hey, that's a pretty neat feature. I forgot about that, I should be using it. And I haven't been using the 7300 a lot except when I was camping, so over the summer when I was camping I could have been using the Memo Pad. It really comes in handy if you're contesting or if you're looking for DX. If you're looking for DX and maybe it's a huge pile up, you can save it in the Memo Pad and then scroll up and down the band and then come back to it later. So let me show you what the Memo Pad looks like. And again, I've got some more information on my website. So the Memo Pad, say I'm and the Memo Pad works in memory or VFO mode. So if I'm scrolling around, say I am on 14190, there have been some DX stations out there, and if I'm on 14190 and it's just a pile up and I try and I can't get through, I've got 5 memories in the Memo Pad. It's just like a scratch pad you use if you're using paper. You just jot it down. If I want to jot down this frequency, all I do is I hold it in, and let me see if you can hear the beat. Oh, you can't hear it because it's not turned up. So I've got it in the Memo Pad. I scroll up and down, and then I remember, oh well, listening to this guy here. Listen to this guy here for a little while and think, well, maybe that pile-up's gone. How do I get back to it?
Okay, Kilo Delta 8 Papa Uniform Delta down in Florida.
Oh, that's a good station there.
Well, Merry Christmas to you. Thanks for the call. Name here is Dave, Delta America Victor Echo.
I can do this. If I think, oh, I need to go back, I can just tap that, and it takes me back to the last one. And say the pile-up's still going on. I had some other ones in there. There he is. So it does kind of act like there is 6 memories in the Memo Pad, and the manual explains that, but truly there are only 5. And I'll show you how you can view them. If you hit the menu and go to MPad, you'll see the 5 that are in there. And I can go through them like this. So there are only 5. And you see that frequency that we were listening to. That frequency that we were listening to, it's not in the Memo Pad, but it kind of acts like it is. So it kind of acts like there's 6. Takes a little bit getting used to, but once you start using it, I think you'll like it. I'm going to start using it more. I remember when I got the radio, I was using it a lot because I was going up and down the band looking for QSOs, looking for DX, and then in contests, I was using the Memo Pad to save frequencies. So that's the way those two work, the band stacking registers, and I think that is unique to Icom radios. I could be wrong, but it works on the Icom 7000, the 7300, the 7610, and probably some other radios. And like I said, the 7000, if you use the hand microphone and you're driving, it's easy just to push the band buttons on the hand microphone. But that's the way that I've been using it with the Icom 7300 and Icom 7610. So if you have any questions or you have any suggestions, please comment below. I hope you find this informative and useful. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share. Also tell your friends. 73 and good DX.